Monday morning came too early for my liking. Walking into English class, I wished Ethan hadn't arrived at all. He was sitting next to my desk as usual, engrossed in his phone, oblivious to the fear he inspired in me. A cold shiver ran through me as I walked to my seat. I felt his gaze fall on me the second I reached the spot next to him. Painfully aware of my every move, I sat down and began to take my things out of my bag, not daring to meet his gaze.
Why are you so shy now, eh?
I looked up at him tentatively, my cheeks flushing when our eyes met. His gaze was fierce and accusatory, and as always, he forced me into submission.
What happened to the animal that couldn't help but put its dirty paws on Damien the other night?
Stop, it's not.
Oh, it's not?
He cut me off, leaning on the back of his chair.
It's just you trying to be something you're not. A pig in human clothes.
His eyes traveled over my entire body and I squirmed in embarrassment. I wore a pink and white striped top tucked into a plain blue denim skirt that reached just above my knees. I had never thought the outfit was ugly, but under Ethan's scrutiny, I hoped it didn't make me look too fat.
Look at you.
His gaze fell on me again.
No wonder you're so desperate to take advantage of my drunk friend.
His words hit me like a punch. I didn't want to take advantage of anyone. It's not what you think.
So what is it then?
I kept quiet. I didn't think it was a good idea to tell him what Damien and I were actually planning. Ethan laughed at my silence.
If you're so desperate, why go see Damien?
He stood up, an arrogant smile on his lips, and leaned toward me until our faces were inches apart. My body froze. The scent of cologne mixed with his own musky scent surrounded me. I saw the pupils in his dark eyes dilate as he peered into my face. His smirk faded when his gaze landed on my lips, lingering there for a long time. I noticed his pride disappearing, replaced by something intense and unreadable. A damn zoo throbbed in my stomach. It had to be fear. My skin burned under his eyes, and goosebumps appeared everywhere. I had no doubt that my face was the brightest shade of red. Ethan. That single word was enough to wipe the dazed look from his face. In an instant, the mocking glint returned. I finally reacted and backed away a little, but Ethan grabbed a strand of hair from my shoulder and pulled me closer again. I knew something bad was coming. If my pig wants it so badly, she can come see me. I'll give her the kiss she so desires. Maybe she'll even turn into a princess. With one last look, he let me go and sat back comfortably, pretending nothing had happened. Asshole! I wanted to slap him and push his face into his desk to watch him writhe in pain. Anything to hurt him like he had just hurt me. But all I managed to do was stifle a pathetic groan. I'm a real coward. Defeated, I returned to my business. I opened my textbook and read the same sentence over and over, holding back tears until Arthur Crohn's arrived. Later that day, Damien told me, "You should come to the tryouts this afternoon. It's better than being alone in the library. Plus, we can see Addison shaking her pom-poms." He gave Addison a teasing smile. My cousin glared at him. "From the way you all ogle us on the field, I thought you'd noticed we aren't using pom-poms this season." "Yes, of course." Damien frowned. "But, you should use them." Addison rolled her eyes. Damien had joined us at lunchtime. I was a little apprehensive about our reunion because of the party. But Damien acted as if nothing was out of the ordinary, which took the embarrassment away. Today after school, there were football tryouts. Damien explained that these games happened at the start of each year. He insisted I come and watch. I was going to be around anyway since Addison had cheer practice and she was my ride home. Usually, I'd wait in the library to work on my homework or Dad's web design projects. But Damien was so passionate about the game that I figured I'd enjoy watching them. Unfortunately, them included Ethan. I didn't want to see his face after what happened in English, and I knew he wouldn't want me there either.
See you at practice, Casey.
Of course. I didn't want to disappoint Damien, and Addison would probably kill me if I refused. He smiled, and so did Addison. When we arrived at the cafeteria, the first person who caught my eye was, of course, Ethan. He was sitting with the other boys, his blazing eyes already on me. I could almost see darkness take over his face when he spotted Damien next to me. I was appalled by his behavior. He had no right to throw barbs at me after what he'd done. In a sudden burst of anger, I wanted to show him. Damien, why don't you sit with us today? Feeling Ethan's gaze intensify, Damien glanced at his usual table.
My pleasure. I have my reputation as a quarterback to maintain, and that means I have to surround myself with beautiful girls.
You're such an idiot.
I'm not a jerk. I'm a quarterback. So, are you going to buy me lunch?
Yes, okay.
Thank you, my queen.
My laughter stopped when I saw Ethan fuming, clutching his fork tightly. I would be lying if I said I wasn't afraid. Damien sat with us, Addison, Sadvi, Lola Martinez, and me. I would have rejoiced in my little victory if I hadn't seen my tormentor, whose furious eyes promised a punishment. I am dead. I gulped when Ethan walked into our math class and gave me a fierce look, as if my mere existence was a crime.
I'm really looking forward to the tryouts.
Ethan sat on the other side.
Me too.
You know what, Casey? We just spoke to Miller, and he wants Ethan and me to demonstrate for the new guys.
I love tackling newbies to the ground.
You seem terribly excited about hurting others.
I swear I'm a good person, but when it comes to football, I'm a sadist.
Are you still coming to watch?
I noticed a look of surprise on Ethan's face before it turned into something sinister. Yes, I'll be there.
Be careful not to damage our stands. They've just been repainted.
I blushed and looked down at my desk.
Ethan, stop.
The rest of the class went by without incident. Except for Ethan's usual taunts whenever Damien tried to include me. However, I felt it was the calm before the storm. I had rebelled against Ethan at lunch by picking Damien over him, and he had noticed. Something told me he hadn't taken it well, and I was going to pay for it.